Guys, I've just got up. I nearly fell asleep on the sofa. It's been a great day, but I'm tired. I've got to have a shower yet. Let me just turn the light on. Sooty's in here. Here's my little Soot. Snoop's in the front room. Oh no, he's just followed me through. Probably thinks there's Sooty's down there, and Snoop's just come through. He probably wants to go up the garden anyway, or have a drink. Oh, he's going for a drink. Hello, Soot. I haven't had my apple pies yet, but I want to go and have a shower first, but washing comes first. Oh, let's get that light on. Right, I already filled the washing bowl ready for the wash. I've got the cutter in there already. I'll just move this slow cook out of the way. I'll put my selfie stick up and I'll tell you what's been going on today. Right, just open up the selfie stick. I'm going to stand that there, guys. There we go. Oh, there you go, she's up. Ah, lovely. Put that there, turn that off. Good boy, Snoop. Snoop's just having a sniff round, he's just had a drink. Right, do you want to go up the garden or you just want to have a sniff around? What are you up to? Let's go up the garden, come on in. You going up the garden as well, Sooty? Good boys, go on then, off you go. Right, gate is shut. It's been a lovely mild day and the wind's dropped now. It's been windy all day and it's dropped to nothing now, so it's always the way, isn't it? Right. Right, where shall I start? Right, I didn't have a particularly good night's sleep last night. I ended up having a bit of a coughing fit. So I got up in the early hours of the morning, came down to take my inhaler, my asthma inhaler, and then I went and laid on the sofa in the front room because it was cool down there, it was hot upstairs, and I fell asleep down there. Eventually got up, I think it was about 6:30, somewhere around there. So, it wasn't a brilliant night, but not bad. So, I got myself just dressed in jeans and a top, just initially, so that I could get the boys sorted and get them fed, have my breakfast. And I planned to go out for a walk with my boys about the 10 o'clock time, which I did. There you go, that's it. I need the breadboard. No, I'll do cutlery first. So that all went well. I went over to the railway walk between Lavenham and Cockfield. It was lovely and sunny when I first got up in the morning, but by the time I drove out of Lavenham to Cockfield, the clouds had rolled in and it looked really threatening. And I literally only just got in my car and it started to rain. Snoop's back already. You coming in, Snoop? Come on in. Good boy. Sooty's still up the garden. I'll leave the door too so he can push his way in. He'll bark if you can't get in. So I sat in the marketplace in Lavenham until it stopped raining, and then I went on to my walk. Once I got to my walk, it was sunny-ish. He's Sooty now, I think. Oh no, it was the wind blew the door open. So once I actually got there, again it wasn't particularly sunny and there's a lot of cloud. The wind keeps blowing the door open. I keep thinking it's Sooty pushing the door. But it was dry and I didn't want to carry a brolly because I had the dog leads in one hand, my selfie stick in the other, and I hadn't honestly got room to carry a brolly as well, so I thought I'd chance it, which wasn't too bad initially. I got most of the way to the country park, and just short of the country park it started to rain again. So I sheltered under the railway bridge, and after a while decided that it was probably a good idea not to proceed because I was going to get soaked. So once the rain had eased off, I went back. So I didn't get as long a walk as I'd have liked to, but it wasn't a bad walk. By the time I got back to the car, the sun had popped out again. So it was because it was so windy, it was a case of sunshine and showers. But that was the last rain we really had during the day. So once I got home, I got a call. I literally just pulled up outside my property and my phone rang. And it was my ex-partner, and she told me that the gate to her property, the top gate, was open, and she thought somebody had tried to break into my workshop. So I said, okay, I'll pop over. So I popped over, had a look. I think it was the wind. I don't think anybody had tried to break in, but I couldn't guarantee it. But nothing had been taken, nothing had been damaged. It's just that the gate wasn't securely latched. So I relatched the gate and showed her how it's done, and left after that. Oh, I did put a couple of badges on her car for her, because I've got a couple of new badges for her car. So I popped those on while I was there. Then I came home. I had some cheese on toast. I thought I'd better get some cheese on toast in there somewhere. So I've got the toasty bags to wash up, and the cheese grater as well, guys. And that was dinner time, so I had that. Now, I was due to go and see Peter at 3 o'clock. So about 2:30, 2:45 time, I thought, right, I better go and get myself changed, get ready. And I literally just got upstairs, my phone rang. And it was Peter. Peter was phoning me up. And Peter said, do you mind if you don't come today, because I'm not feeling very well, I want to go to bed. And I said, that's quite right, Peter, don't you worry about it. I said, I'll come and see you next week. So I didn't have to go and see Peter this week. So that means I didn't have to get changed. So I could stay as I was, which I did. And I decided, as I've got a little bit of spare time, I was going to start sorting out my wardrobe. Now, I've got the big double wardrobe in the back room, and I've got a large wardrobe in the front room. So I decided what I was going to do was I was going to fine tune it by putting all my skirts into the wardrobe in the back room. So take them out of the main room and take them into the back. So I did that. And then I put some of my dresses. Come on in, Soot. Sooty's here. Come on in. In you come, fella. Come on, sit. Good boy. Right, Sooty's back in as well. So I did that, but I've still got some clothes to put away, which are mainly tops. But I did really well. So I didn't do that all afternoon. I did it up to about 4 o'clock. And then I messaged my dad to see if I could pop round to see my dad. So I walked round to my dad's because I wanted to get some more steps in, because when I took the boys out this morning, because my walk got cut short because of the weather, I decided I needed to get a bit more mileage in. So I went to see my dad, I walked to see my parents. I drove part of it, because they live in Sudbury and I live in Lavenham. So I drove part of it, but I stopped short so I could do some walking. So that worked really well. So I got more steps in today. I didn't quite hit my target. My target's 10,000, and I think I'm up to about 9, so I'm a little bit short, but not a mile out. So I was really pleased with that. That worked really well. So I went to my parents, and I showed them my photos from when I went to the Lake District with Donna and Karen, and showed them the photos that I took in Liverpool, and that was really good. And then I mentioned to my dad about an app that he could load on his phone called Merlin. Now, I think I've told you guys about this app already, and it's like a bird identifier app. It's a free app, so if you go into your app store and put in Merlin, you'll see that it's a app you can load which will help you identify birds. And it does it by either you recording the sound, so if you can't see a bird but you can hear it singing, what you do is you hit the speaker and it records the sound, and then it'll actually identify what the bird is. So it might be a blackbird, a robin, a thrush, bald eagle. It will identify the bird for you, and then it will tell you what it is. And so I showed my dad this, and he said, oh, that's brilliant. He said, can you download that on my phone? So I put that on his phone as well. So he's going to try that. I showed him how it worked. We were sat in his conservatory while we were talking, and a pigeon landed in his garden. I said, there you go. I said, get your phone out. So he gets his phone out, and I show him what you have to do. In this case, because we could see the bird, we just took a picture of the bird, and then it identifies it. It was just a pigeon. It was a common pigeon, so that's all it said. But it gave you a little bit of history on it, which is also quite interesting. So we downloaded that. And then after all that, I said to my parents, I showed them the message I've got from one of our relatives on about wanting a video. And I said, are you up for it? Would that be okay? And they said, yes, that's fine, let's do it. So I took a video of my parents and myself, and we sent a message, a birthday message to my auntie, and that I forwarded on to her daughter, and her daughter's going to compile a kind of a video prezi for her mum. So that went really well, and I sent it to the relation, and she pinged back later on saying yes, it's good. So that's lovely. So I've got that done. That was the main reason for going to see my parents today. They didn't want the grass cut. My dad cut his grass the other week, and it's been so dry. We haven't had a lot of rain here. That his grass hasn't really grown. Right, it goes there. Lovely. So that was good. So then I walked back from there to my car, and then I drove back to Lavenham. So once I got back home, I then had to feed my boys, get the washing in. I've put the washing away, I've folded it up and put some in the airing cupboard. Some's hanging over the banister just to give it a final airing, but everything dried really nice. So that was good. It was so windy today, and it wasn't cold at all, it was really mild. So yeah, it's been a great day. So I've had the dinner. I had lamb and some pasta. So that's gone. I've got to do the washing up for that yet. So I'm doing some of it now. I've also fired the boiler up because I want to have a shower, because I put on some of my self-tan again. Now somebody said to me, what is this self-tan you're using? Well, it's called Dove. I'll show you a bottle when I go upstairs later. But that's what I use, and I get it from, the cheapest place I've found to buy it is Boots, but I don't know if it's cheaper on the internet. I haven't researched on the internet. I just tend to go to Boots and pick up a few tubes. And I don't use it every day. I tend to use it maybe once or twice a week. And I usually use it the day I'm going to be taking a shower in the evening. So I'll put it on first thing in the morning. I'll have it on all day, and then when I have the shower at night, it washes all the residue off. So you're not sticky, because it does make you feel a little bit sticky. But once you've had your shower, you feel fine. It's all gone. But I found if you apply it every day, it makes you very irritant and sort of itchy in the armpits and the groin and areas like that. It makes you scratch all the time. So I only do it maybe once or twice a week, and I'll do it the day I'm going to be taking a shower. So I'll do it first thing in the morning, and then when I have my shower in the evening, it washes off the residue. If you don't do that, if you just go to bed, just have a top and tail, and you don't have a shower, you end up leaving an impression in your bed, especially if you've got white linen. You leave like a body impression on the sheet, especially if you get hot in bed. It all comes off on the sheets. It does wash off, but it doesn't look very good. So I just thought I'd better mention that. So yeah, so I'm going to have a shower after this to wash off the residue. Tomorrow, I haven't made any plans yet for tomorrow, but I do definitely want to go out. So I'll sort it out tomorrow, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. I'm trying to sort the plates out here, guys. I've just got to lean past the camera to pick them up. Right, I've got them. Right, I've got the plates. I'm going to pop them in the bowl. There you go. I'll drop something on the floor. Hang on. That's it. Right, that was one of my toasty bags fell on the floor. Right, so yeah. So where did we get to? Oh yes, tomorrow. So that's what I'm planning to do tomorrow. I'm going to get up, see what the weather's like, dress accordingly, and go somewhere. It'll be a surprise for me as well as for you guys, but I will document it and I'll let you know what I'm up to. So that's it really for tonight. So washing, shower, no sandwiches for tomorrow. I haven't got to worry about that. I've got another day off yet, don't forget guys. So I've got the bank holiday to enjoy, and then it's back to work on the Tuesday. So it's going to be a short week, which is even better. I think that's it. I have messaged Rachel in Stowmarket and arranged for a dog walk next Sunday. So that's obviously, I'll take some videos of that. Rachel loves having a photo taken, so I'm sure she'll be putting on the smiley face for us. Hope the weather's going to be good. I haven't looked that far ahead weather-wise, so I'll just worry about that when we get there. Like I said, I did get a bit wet today, but not horrendous. So, yeah, not too bad. And I think I'll just do the plates. I'm going to leave, because I'm going to fill up the drain and I've still got saucepan to do, I've got the slow cook to do, dog's dishes. I think I'm just going to do all the plates. I've done the cutlery, Might do some other little bits, and then I'm going to leave the rest till I come down, because there's just, the drain is going to be full. So by the time I've had my shower and come down, most of that will be fairly dry, and I can just wipe it off, and then I can do the rest, guys. So I can refill the bowl again and have another go. There we go. Oop. Trying to think of anything else that's been mentioned today. I've got a shout out to do tomorrow for Donna, but I haven't done that yet. That's for tomorrow. So I haven't forgotten you, Donna. If you watch this one, it is going to happen, but I'll do that for tomorrow night. I think that's it. I don't think we've got anything else. I had the self-tan I mentioned. I mentioned about, I did that on the video earlier where somebody said about, why don't I call myself MS? And I explained that when I did my depot and changed my name, the only options it gave you were Mr, Mrs or Miss. It didn't give you any other options. And so I chose Miss April because that was the options available. You had to put something in. It wouldn't let you skip that part. You had to put something in. So I put Miss April, which I was quite happy with. And then I obviously changed my passport, I changed my driving licence, I changed all my bank details, and so that's what I come up as. But I do come up on my National Health Service side, because I had to change my name with my doctor. I had to be called MX. Now the reason they said that, they said if I was going to undertake HRT therapy during one of these clinics and go through the hormone route, then I could be called Miss. But because I wasn't doing the hormones, I still had to be classed as MX. So that's fine. I said that's not a problem. It's just my medical records. That's all it shows up on. So I am, as far as the National Health Service is concerned, I'm MX. But everything else, where I've changed my name, it's Miss. And so I did put that down because they did say, somebody said to me, why don't you call yourself MS? Well, that wasn't an option that was available. When I ticked the boxes, that wasn't there. You couldn't do that. So that's why I went as Miss. Would I have gone as MS? I don't know. I think I prefer the sound of Miss. So that's what I went on as. So that was mentioned. I think I've covered everything, guys. I can't think of anything else. Oh, so, right, 2 more dishes to do and that's it. I'm going to leave the rest till later, because I just haven't got room on the drainer to do any more at the moment. So I'm going to let the water out, go and take a shower, come down. I'll do the final wash up. I don't know whether I'm going to have apple pies tonight. I think it's 10 o'clock now, guys. No, it's 1:45. It's 1:45. By the time I have my shower, it's going to be gone 10. Right, let's empty this. There you go, and I can go upstairs, get out of my clothes, have a shower. I'll probably put my night on. I don't think there's any point getting dressed up again because I'll be going to bed shortly afterwards. So that can go there. That's all off. Put this in the bin. And that's it, guys. Right, so I'm going to turn my camera off. I will upload this for you guys before I go upstairs so you know what's going on. And then I'll do you some more videoing when I come down. And I've still got a wet finger. I need to buy myself some new gloves. Or glue the finger. One of the two. And I'm not cutting my nails, guys. Right, I'm going to sign out now and I shall speak to you guys a little bit later. Okay, bye-bye.